Dwight refuses to miss a shot from the field. Refuses.
He's 4 of 4.
Yeah, he's 26 of 31 for the series. Wow. That's getting it
That
done.
is wow.
That's getting it done.
And when you're dunking it and getting deep post position, you're going to shoot like that if you're Dwight Howard. Barnes comes away with it. The championship quarter.
There you go. There's the difference. You got a 2-foot jump hook and an 18-foot jump shot. There's a 2-foot jump hook's going to win out.
Howard backing down. Lewis. Sharp pass now. And the 3 from Carter.
Drop it in, swing it out, throw it out, swing, shot in the corner. And like we said, Matt, they really do a great job of setting up and taking a lot of corner threes, which is a high percentage shot in the NBA.
8 of 17 from downtown. And the 7 games leading into tonight for Orlando in the playoffs. 73 of 195 from deep. Bibby gets it back. Played limited minutes in the first half. Smith. And Horford's fouled by Barnes. And Barnes has picked up his second. And you're talking about the numbers. 84%. James Donaldson back in 1986. 78%. An NBA record for a 7-game series. So he's leading the way. Is Dwight Howard.
Wow, 78's impressive. 84. All world. Again, another jump shot. And, you know, they tried a little isolation play on the weak side again for Marvin Williams. There's no ball movement, and he had nowhere to go against. Dwight has just got that paint on lockdown. If you're the Hawks, you nice little spin move, throws it out, and throws it to Coach Woodson, and Coach Woodson wasn't ready.
Back in the day, he was, though.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. They played against Coach Woodson 4 years. We're the exact same age. We played. He was at the University of Indiana. I was at Minnesota, and we battled for 4 straight years. Played together on the Pan Am team.
1979.
Exactly. Coach Bobby Knight, great basketball coach. Coach Knight
in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
58-45. Bibby gives it to Horford. Here's Smith on the inside. Bibby, jumper, good. Where's Mike Bibby been in this series?
Just such a tough matchup for him on the defensive end, guarding this guy here, Jameer Nelson. So he's having such a hard time. It's hard for Coach Woodson to stay with him.
Lewis on an up fake. Now driving. Count it. And the foul. Rashard Lewis. As Josh Smith picks up his second. And you see the minutes and the points, just 12 combined, and then the assists as well. And it's just a tough matchup for him. And you talked about the tough matchups across the board.
And you just saw a tough matchup out there with Rashard Lewis. Faked the, did a pump fake on the three-pointer. Josh Smith got all on his toes, and all of a sudden Rashard Lewis drives in and gets an end one and on a three-point play the old-fashioned way. But you know, when you shoot the ball that well from the outside, any kind of pump fake just lifts the defense, gets them on their toes, and it's a pump fake and drive fest for Orlando.
Game 4 elimination game. Crawford, 19 minutes in the first half, 1 of 8 4-points. Horford, tough angle, had to go high in the air with the fading J. Graces the front of the rim. Nelson to Carter, cranks up the 3, bucket. 64-47. Orlando on 11-2 run. And this is their biggest lead. And what is this quarter?
This is the championship quarter right here. You got that pass, Jameer throwing it back. You got Vince Carter rising up, knocking down the jump shot, knowing you get your separation in the third quarter so you can take it on home.
It's time for Taste Greatness presented by Miller Lite. Rajon Rondo, yesterday 29 points, 18 rebounds, 13 assists. One of the greatest playoff performances by a Boston Celtic.
Yeah, unreal. I mean, he was making beautiful passes, beautiful plays. He had such a great rhythm the entire game. I mean, he knew he was coming. LeBron was coming in for that come from behind, block the shot, and look what he's doing in the playoffs so far. Assists, over 11 assists a game, and Tell you what, that was reminiscent of those numbers. Yeah. Larry Bird, John Hondo Havlicek. I mean, you're talking Celtic greats, all-time greats, legends, Hall of Famers, and he put up those type of numbers.
You know, a lot of people have said, one of the best playoff performances by a Boston Celtic, but sitting here with the Celtic great, would you say that about that performance yesterday?
Yeah, I watched the entire game. It was a great performance. The numbers are spectacular, and I'm biased. I saw Larry do things that were unreal. So I'm putting Bird Dog ahead of some of those performances. I tell you what, he did. Yeah, old Birdie. That guy was one basketball playing young man.
Yes. Well, Rondo's numbers, they put him in playoff company with Wilt Chamberlain and the Big O, Oscar Robertson, on that 29-18 and 13. What a performance in that series, now tied up at 2. 64-47. Carter gives it to Nelson, up fake. Howard backing down. Extra pass in the corner. Shot clock down. Barnes attacking. Denied there. Will that pump a little bit of life into Atlanta? They need it right now. And a foul on the floor, and that's the third on Lewis.
Matt Barnes tried to stick it on him. Listen to this.
Josh Smith getting the block.
Summit meeting. Josh Smith at the top. Denied.
And we talked about Josh Smith and that matchup against Lewis, and he just hasn't spent much time underneath the rim and around the basket. One of the reasons why only one block coming into this game 4 in the series. Gets one there.
Yeah, great shot blocker Josh Smith is, but you can't block shots like we said in the first half, Matt, when you're standing on the three-point line worrying about a guy who's making everything, and Rashard Lewis.
Joe Johnson driving, denied by Howard. Howard alters the shot there.
Great call. Not only a block, but he altered. They're not even hitting the rim from 2 feet with him in there.
And deep post position there. On a sharp pass by Nelson and a foul on Horford.
Going in there, what a great block. All of a sudden, Josh Smith is looking for him, throws it over the basket, and he's out sprinting in the paint, getting all the way down, getting in low post position, and getting fouled. And the Howard wall is built around that basket on the Orlando defense.
3 blocks, but he's changed so many others and intimidated a lot of guys from coming in the paint.
He's changed 10 or 11 shots tonight. Forget about the blocks. It's the amount he alters, which is he alters every shot in the paint so far tonight.
Nelson, the 3 doesn't go. Smith now into the front court. Josh Smith crossover. Goes with the offhand. Dwight Howard just takes it away. Smith wants a call, still talking to Derek Stafford about it. Meanwhile, the other way, 5-on-4, Howard has it stripped away. Joe Johnson ahead to Josh Smith. And that time the lingering pays off.
Yeah, you hate to see that, though. Josh Smith went in there, he wanted a call, he didn't run back. But Howard is just, like I said, people are looking for him in the paint. When you're talking about altered shots, you're looking for him as you see a little foul or a little bump going on. And he's just all over it. You're going to see again right there. I mean, he's trying to grab him now. He's not even blocking him anymore. He's just going up and, awful tough. I mean, that's right at the apex, and it's still probably on the way up. And he is. I mean, look at Howard's numbers tonight. I mean, like I said,
defensive standpoint.
Out of 18 shots, he's altered or blocked 15 of them, and that's amazing. Again, an altered shot is when you're sitting here courtside, you're watching at home. You can see that the players are looking for him. Matt, they're driving in, they're looking for him, and I mean, the guy has just been. That's why he's the NBA Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, a performance like tonight, it's really fun to watch. Sitting here and enjoying the defensive end of basketball as much as I do. Watching him just cover up that paint and do what he's doing is really fun to watch.
Evans had picked up the foul. Nelson was 1 of 2 from the line. Josh Smith, no. Tapped up. And a whistle and a foul. And a foul, Vince Carter. Carter picks up the foul. That's going to be his second. 65-49. National coverage of the NBA playoffs continues. ESPN Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Cavs at the Celtics, Game 6, and then Boston at Cleveland on Sunday, ABC. Game 7 if necessary in the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1.
Now, if you're Orlando and you're sitting here, you know that the Celtics-Cavs series tied up at 2-2. Nothing better than winning your series and sitting back and watching two teams just slug it out and fight it out. And you're getting a good rhythm on each team. You're watching every game. You're resting. And Stan really practices Orlando very, very hard. So they're ready to play. And I just think it's a huge advantage to end your series as quickly as you can and then watch the other team play and just enjoy